Hi guys, welcome back. In this channel today I want to show you how to echoing a mix before mastering. Not before, it's the first thing that I do in mastering, and I want to show you how to do that. First of all, welcome to the channel. My name is Orlando and I am an Italian master mixing engineer. So if you want to get in touch with me for my mix and mastering service, you can write me on email that you find in the description. So go in the description and take a look of my portfolio or my email. So today we're gonna do a mix. The first thing that we have to do is to listen the materials. That's very important. So sorry, but this type of this mix is in Italian, but don't worry, it's not important for our purpose, of course. Let's go.
Sono tornato dall'oltretomba di un'esistenza ordinaria, senza una rotta e una catacomba che ti toglie luce pure l'aria. Fumavo tanto per non sentire, quel vuoto m'attanagliava. Impaurito da quella tigre il mio fuoco mi consumava. Ho imparato a parlare poco, ho imparato a capire il gioco, perché un pezzo mi era sfuggito e dopo tanto tempo ho capito che tutto viene da dentro, che la paura fa parte del tempo, che ciò che vedo con solo un frammento del regno dei cieli, che fuori dal tempo facciamo i ribelli ma fra siamo schiavi, nonostante le catene d'oro, i nostri istinti ci rendono tali, ma sono la voce che fuori dal coro nel mio, che tutto viene da...
Okay, so that's this is a mix that I mixed in I don't remember, in last March, maybe. Yeah, so a little bit of time ago. And now for me it's new to re-listening that. Some advice for when you go to mastering. The first thing is that you have to listen, and the first impression, it's very important. It's very important because you haven't the time to learn the mix. So your first impression is the right choice, because if you listen a mix for the first time, you say, oh wow, in this mix, for example, da 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 da. But when you listen a mix over and over and over again, your ears become I don't know, the ears they calibrate on a bit, and you can lose some nuance, you can lose some details. So the first impression is important. And my first impression on this mix is that mix is good. It's very good, but it's a little bit cloudy in a low mid-range. Low and mid-range. So we have to clear something in that area. And so go. The first thing that I do, I 9 times to 10, I use the Pro Q3, because for this surgical EQ is the best EQ in the planet. Of course, this is, in my opinion, not only mine, but in this case is my opinion. And the first thing that I did, I changed the decibel scales from 12, that it's default mode, to 3 dB. So that means that the scales of the dB, the maximum and the minimum levels of this type of grid, it's 3 dB. It's like we take a zoom, okay, in the grid. This is important because, in my opinion, in mastering, I can do more than 3dB, okay? And if I do that, maybe there is something that it's wrong and I have to turn on mix. In general, in some case, I mastering and that's all, ok? Quindi, so sometimes I go in Italian, but don't worry. So now the second thing is that in mastering, I EQ in mid-side mode every time, especially the first EQing. The first EQ is every time mid-side. Why? Because in mid-side mode, I can manipulate the sound in a more precise way. Because in stereo, I can do only in stereo. But in mid-side, I can manipulate mono or side. And if you have only the stereo track, like in this case, it's better to operate only in stereo. Okay? So mid-side, what is mid-side? Mid-side is, I can say it's a way to split the signal in two parts. First part, everything that is mono, it's mid, and everything that is out of phase, it's side. I want to show you. Listen. This is mid. Everything in mono. This is side. Okay, so generally inside, what is inside? Inside we can find reverb tails or delays or some effect or everything that is panned to left and right, you know. In the other side, in mid, we find kick, bass, depends of the bass, but in this type of genre that is trap hip hop, kick based, vox, and snare, okay, everything that is mono. So now when I switch inside, for example, what I discovered that inside, in the side, we have a little bit of mildness and cloudy in low end, and we have a low end inside that maybe it's not good for this type of mix, because I wanna that from 100 and below we have only I want only mid, okay? I don't want to have every type of side. So the first thing that I do, I cut off everything from 0 to 110 inside mode, like you can see here. So this, okay? I don't need this, because this, it's a little bit of it contribute to make mix muddy. And I take away. I don't need that. The second thing is that there is a little bit of cloudy here in the 200 zone, 250 zone, 63, okay, but in this zone, that's okay. So I put I put it away. And the result is this.
I ribelli ma fra siamo schiavi, nonostante le catene d'oro, i nostri istinti ci rendono tali, ma sono la voce che fuori dal coro.
Okay, listen how with this simple to cut the mix, breathe a little bit more. It's less cloudy and more cleary, okay?
Nel mio, che tutto viene da dentro, che la...
Only two simple cut. Now, okay, for a moment the side it's okay. Now jump to the mid. Stay mid mode.
Paura fa parte del tempo, che ciò che vedo con solo un frammento del regno.
In this area, for example, of 100 and 100,
che fuori dal tempo facciamo i
this area is a little bit cloudy. I don't like that.
Paura fa parte del che ciò che vedo con solo un frammento del regno dei...
So I dip a little bit 1 dB, because remember that this grid is 3 decibels. So this cut that it seems like, oh Orlando, what do you do? It's more, it's much. No, it's not much. It is a little bit of 1 dB and half, 1 dB, because the grid is 3 dB. Okay. So I dip a little bit 1 dB in 100 area. Okay, because I don't like that. Now return to stereo mode.
Ti rendono tali, ma sono la voce che fuori dal coro nel mio, che tutto viene da dentro, che la paura fa parte del...
Okay. Now mix is more definite definitions, right? I'm joking, guys. So, and now in this area from 13 and above, now the question is, I really need that or not? Maybe not in this way, but in this case maybe not. But if the if the song play in a club, it's right to cut this away or not? Really good question. And my answer is no. And so I don't cut it away, but I get a low shelf with a very high decibel for octave, 96 here, and I put away, I dip for 5 dB. That in mastering it's a very important cut, but not totally away. I just reduce the energy of this area for get a little bit of the mix a little bit more clarity. But if the mix goes in a club, we have still the 13 Hertz, ok?
Con solo un frammento del regno dei cieli che fuori dal tempo facciamo i ribelli ma fra siamo schiavi, nonostante le catene d'oro, i nostri istinti ci rendono tali, ma sono la voce che fuori...
Ok, now go far and go on and look at this high shelf in a side, it's a little bit 1 dB from 7K.
Fuori dal coro nel mio, che tutto viene...
This.
Che ciò che vedo con...
For add a little bit of, opening space, clarity on the mix, just 1 dB in a side.
Con solo un frammento del regno dei cieli che fuori dal tempo facciamo i ribelli ma fra siamo schiavi, nonostante le catene d'oro, i nostri istinti ci rendono...
Okay, now at this point I feel that the voice is a little bit behind. in the mix. So I try to put a little bit in front of us. And how can I do that? Simply, I give a little bit of mid in this area. 300, more or less. 3000, sorry. 3000. Yeah, more or less this. Very broad Q. Only in mid mode. Because how can I say before, in the mid we have the voice, the kick, etc. So the voice is in the mid primarily, and I put the voice a little bit more in front with these bells and add 1 dB. Catene d'oro, i nostri istinti ci rendono tali, ma sono la voce che fuori dal coro nel mio, che tutto no, and half dB viene da dentro, che la paura fa parte del tempo, okay. Che ciò che vedo con solo un frammento del regno dei cieli, che fuori dal tempo facciamo i ribelli, ma fra siamo schiavi, nonostante le catene d'oro. Okay, perfect. Now the last thing is that I want to try to give a little bit of more movement to the kick, because the kick is very snappy, but I would like to accentuate this a little bit more. So I go in mid mode, find the attack of the kick and expand it a little bit, like 1 dB with that dynamic mode. La paura fa parte del tempo, che ciò che vedo con solo un frammento del regno dei cieli, che fuori dal tempo facciamo i ribelli, ma fra siamo schiavi, nonostante le catene. A and B, this is after. Sorry, this is before. I nostri istinti ci rendono tali, ma sono la voce che fuori dal coro nel mio, che tutto viene da dentro, che la paura fa parte del tempo, che ciò che vedo con solo un frammento del regno dei cieli, che fuori dal tempo facciamo i ribelli, ma fra siamo schiavi, nonostante le catene d'oro. I nostri istinti ci rendono tali, ma sono la voce. Okay, so it's very gentle, but the mix now it's okay. So it's clear, it's not muddy, we have not the it's clarity in the mix. So in that way, with this simple cut, I can achieve a goal that is, this is a good starting point for building all my mastering chain, sorry. So we have finished. I hope that this video was helpful for you. Let me know here in the comment, and I remember you that if you wanna to get in touch with me for my mix and mastering service, you can write on email that you find in the description here. So go in the description, and see you in the next video. Bye.